Hi, I'm Sam. Welcome to Sam's Music Room for Lesson 5, Studio Audio Monitors. I hope everyone is doing well. A discussion about monitors always includes comments like accurate, flat, colorless, honest. This is all true. And fortunately, there are a lot of choices and price points. So let's look at a few considerations before you make a purchase. First, the monitor configuration from the front. Typically, you're going to find a woofer and a tweeter. And the cone sizes for the woofer and tweeter vary. The more you spend, typically the larger the cones, the more power, and hopefully more quality. If you spend enough, you can get an additional speaker, which means you'd have a tweeter, a mid-range, and a woofer. And you can, of course, add a powered subwoofer if you think that's necessary. Controls on the back are normally an on and off switch, a volume, and possibly an EQ. The connections on the back are typically your power cord, then a TRS and/or an XLR connection. Now, make sure your audio interface connections match your monitors. The most common mistake is your interface has a TRS connection only for your monitor, and your monitor only has an XLR connection for your audio interface. Website specs, always check them, it's important. Okay, active or passive monitors. Well, active is a powered monitor, which means it has its own power source and you simply plug the power cord in. And a passive monitor requires a power amplifier. And there is a passive monitor or two with its own power, but typically they require an amplifier. And we want to focus on active monitors because that is what most home and project studios use. If you are considering a passive, do your research carefully, check out the website specs, pay attention. For active monitors, there is a huge selection. You can spend as little as $79 a pair to well over $10K a pair. And for a subwoofer, you can spend $400 probably as a minimum and exceed $4K on that as well. But whatever you spend, you will learn to use them and make adjustments from listening experience. This is really the key. So things like playing your favorite commercial tunes, your own tunes on the monitors, comparing them, also listening on headphones, computer speakers, car stereos, and maybe even a second set of studio monitors. These different speakers and listening environments really train your ear. Now, these are the main considerations for your monitor's size and expense of speakers. And do you want to add a subwoofer? And do you want EQ abilities? Now, there are a few things you can do to help your monitor sound accurate. Mic stands, placement, and EQ would be the most common three. So mic stands give you a more accurate sound by minimizing vibration from your speaker to the stand. This results in a more precise sound. Now, desktops, cabinet tops, computer tables are not usually designed for this, so a mic stand is good. Placement is important too. Do not put your monitors up against the wall or in the corner. This placement is a bad spot, either one of these. It disrupts the lows, the mids, and really the overall clarity. So away from the walls and no corners. And then the monitor should be at an equal distance from each other and from you. So an equilateral triangle. EQ now. In my opinion, before you worry too much about EQ, listen to your monitors in the room. Check out a few of your favorite tunes and your own tunes and see how they sound on the monitors in your room. Because honestly, getting familiar with the sound of your room by listening to the monitors day after day will make it much easier to make any adjustments that you'll discover you need. And then if you have an EQ on your monitors, make adjustments and listen carefully. If you've improved the sound, great. If not, turn the EQ off. I think the key is hearing the room. And we'll also talk about acoustic treatment in a later tutorial because that'll have an impact. So that's the end of Lesson 5, Overview of Studio Audio Monitors. Thanks so much for watching. If you like the videos, please subscribe. Look for a new video every Friday, and I'll look for you next time on Sam's Music Room. Bye now.